With me is Dave Mack, syndicated talk show host. Everyone, we're talking about a 13-year-old girl. She is now charged with homicide. Even if she's charged as a juvenile, she could spend all of her years up till age 21 in juvenile jail and then conceivably go on to adult jail. The 13-year-old girl, apparently a star student, went joyriding in her mother's car, crashed headfirst into a tree. A 12-year-old boy killed. Now the girl is charged with homicide. Right or wrong? Dave Mack, what do the 12-year-old boy's parents, what does his family say about these charges? Do they think it's right or wrong?
Well, so far, what the mother is just in shock, Nancy. She has stated that, he was a good boy, but he made some bad decisions sometimes. He was a good boy, he was a bad boy.
Well, wait a minute. What 12-year-old little boy is not going to jump in the car and go for a ride?
Well, that's the whole thing. He was also grounded that week, and he was grounded because he didn't do some of his schoolwork, and he snuck out of the house and hopped in the car. That's why the mom said, he was bad some days, he was good some days.
Well, not doing your homework is not really a felony offense, Dave Mack.
No, ma'am,
Okay?
it's not.
I mean, in my book, when I've seen it all, I've seen 12-year-olds commit murder and aggravated assault and carjacks. Not doing your homework, I mean, I think we'd all be in the pokey for that. I don't think this 12-year-old little boy, I can't put any fault on him for hopping in the car and going on a joyride. He probably thought they were going around the neighborhood.
Well, they all did. You got to remember, all of these children were under the age of 16. They all made a bad decision to get in that car and go for a joyride, but this girl should be charged. At 13, you know the difference between right and wrong, and if her mother had let her drive that car in the past, as neighbors are suggesting, the mother should be charged with something.
Well, if the mother knew the little girl would drive the car around, in my mind, that implicates the mother to some degree for having responsibility over that car. I know where all my car keys are. Thank God the twins can't drive yet, or they don't know how to drive yet. But bottom line, many people would perceive this as an accident. What about it? Karen Stark, Dave Mack, syndicated talk show host, is for the charge on the girl. What do you make of it, Karen? I know what the defense lawyers say.
I don't feel that at that age, Nancy, that this is somebody who is developmentally smart enough to be able to know, to think it out and understand the repercussions. I don't agree.
The thing is, Karen, and I'm not saying she should or should not be charged. What I'm saying is when you get behind the wheel, you don't set out to commit a crime. Now, drinking and driving, you know you're doing the wrong thing. You know you're drinking. You know you're getting behind the wheel. But a 13-year-old child, what do you make of it, Karen Stark?
I support what you're saying, Nancy. You have to understand her brain is not developed morally, even in terms of being able to understand the repercussions. Kids think that they're invincible. She doesn't understand the responsibility of taking these kids, the possibility of death or some kind of accident. And so you are right. She should not have been charged. I don't even understand it.